What's up, Charles? Welcome to the video. So today I want to talk about Fitcoin. Now these guys are a Move2Earn project that are going to be launching on the Ethereum blockchain in a week or two's time. Now these guys plan to rival stepn, which is another Move2Earn project which was launched a while ago, which is probably the number one Move2Earn project at the moment. That's now available on most centralized exchanges as well. So there's been a lot of different Move2Earn projects that have been launching recently, and obviously because of the bad market conditions, some of them haven't been succeeding. Now the reason why I like this one is because they're kind of following the same footsteps as stepn, where these guys are really focusing on the partnerships within the fitness industry and also in the crypto industry as well. And not only that, these guys are going to be a completely zero tax token, which makes it much easier for when they do want to get listed on the centralized exchanges a little bit further down the road. So I'll go into the project in a little bit more detail and explain about it. So it's going to work in the same way as stepn, where basically they're going to have an application that you're going to be able to connect your smartwatch to, or just have your phone in your pocket or something like that, and it will then track your movement, every time you do exercise or just random movement. And then you will be paid dividends from that movement that you do and be able to earn a passive income. So here it breaks down how the ecosystem is going to work. So actually there's going to be two different tokens. So the launch that's going to be happening soon on the Ethereum blockchain is going to be the Fit token, which is going to be the governance token. And then once that's launched, the second token, the Live token, which is going to be launched in the BSC because of the lower gas fees, is then going to be introduced in the ecosystem. And this is one that's going to be the main currency in the for the Fitcoin app, which is the one that you're going to get paid your dividends. So when you're being paid your dividends, you're going to be paid in this currency. Yeah, so a little bit more on the website here. It goes over the application. You'll have all the typical stuff, the daily goals, the contests, tracking and rewards and stuff like that. Actually, in a second, we're just going to head over to their Twitter account. And as you can see, this is a little sneak preview of the dashboard that's going to be available. As you can see here, so as you can see here, the UI, it looks really attractive to users. A lot of detail going into the dashboard, not only is in terms of aesthetics, but in terms of usability as well. So this is a nice little preview of what it's going to look like. So as I mentioned before, these guys have got some partnerships lined up, so we'll go over those in a little bit more detail as well. So these guys have got an American footballer on board with a project already, so he's going to be doing multiple posts, and also he's agreed to have his image as part of the project. This is a guy here, Gronk. I'm personally not American, I'm from the UK, so I've never heard of this guy, but according to Americans, he's a pretty big footballer over there with a huge following, and he's just the first of many different athletes and celebrities that these guys have got connections with, and they will be forming partnerships with before the launch of the first coin, Fitcoin. And it's not just celebrities and athletes that these guys are going for. In terms of the marketing as well, they've already now finished a deal with a big crypto firm as a partner, and these guys, they only work with like top 100 projects. So you can imagine having the backing of a firm as big as that is only going to be beneficial to the project. One other thing to note as well, we are still a couple of weeks out from the launch, but these guys have already got themselves listed on Fitcoin. Obviously the project hasn't launched yet, so there's no information. So as soon as the project is launched, it will be available on CoinMarketCap. Now it's not very often that you see this happen. Coins listing weeks before launch. Just kind of shows the seriousness of this project. It's not just a stupid meme coin or one of these like smaller Move2Earn projects that we've seen launch recently and then not do so well because of the market conditions. Like, these guys really do have the connections there, with the influencers. I mean, I'm not just talking about small influencers, I'm talking about the huge well-known athletes and other celebrities, as well as the backing of big crypto firms, and they're going to have a lot more lined up to come up over the next couple of weeks before launch. And so we will talk a little bit more about the launch and how it's going to work. Now these guys did a private sale for the project where they raised $1 million. Now a certain percentage of that is going to go in towards the liquidity, and the rest is then going to fund all of this marketing that they're doing, with the athletes and the celebrities and the crypto firms, and listed on CMC 2 weeks before the project. All this costs money, and originally they were thinking about launching directly on a centralized exchange as well. They decided to go against that idea in the end, because if they want to go down that route, then you're probably looking at maybe about 2 months or so until the project comes out. We don't know what's going to happen in the crypto space between now and in 2 months' time, so they decided that instead of waiting a couple of months, that they're going to launch in a couple of weeks just on the Ethereum blockchain on Uniswap. And now that the private sale's done, they're going to do a fair launch. There's going to be no pre-sale or anything like that. It's just going to launch straight away on Uniswap in a couple of weeks' time. Now, another aspect about this project that I like, the launch price is actually going to be 50% less than where the private sale guys bought at. So the private sales are going to get a rate, a certain rate, and then the actual launch price is going to be 50% less than that. So the project will have to do a 2x for the private sellers to actually break even. Now, I really like this method because it kind of stops the private sellers from just selling out their position right away at launch. Kind of makes them hold a little bit longer because, well, they have to hold a little bit longer in order to get the 2x or whatever it is some people like to sell at. So I do like this method that they got in place for launch, because the project is going to have to do a 2x before the private sales break even. So it's going to help stop the private sales selling out right away at launch, but also it gives the people that didn't get into the private sale more of an equal opportunity to them buy in, because obviously there's going to be a number of snipers and bots buying into the launch, and if the price is much better than what the private sale people got in for, people are going to be then more inclined to want to buy at launch, rather than knowing that if you bought it at launch, they're just pumping the private sellers' bags. And so that's pretty much all the information I've got on the project so far. I expect a lot more announcements coming up over the next couple of weeks, so I'll put all the links to the project in the description of this video, and then maybe I'll do another video a little bit closer to launch. And so thanks for listening, guys, and until next time, bye.